Good day, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, The Unfair Grade Building Trust Through Understanding. I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben. In today's episode, we'll explore a real life situation many students face feeling misunderstood by a teacher. We'll analyze how Stephen Covey's Habit 4, Think Win-Win, and Habit 5, Seek First to Understand, then to be understood can help turn conflict into connection.
Our story begins with Valerie, a hard-working student who poured her heart into writing her essay. She stayed up late, reviewed her research carefully, and was confident about her work. But when she received her graded paper, her smile disappeared. A big red C stared at her name.
She felt crushed. She thought her teacher, Miss Malvar, didn't recognize her effort, and so, hurt and frustrated, Valerie marched to her teacher's office, ready to defend herself.
"Ma'am, this is unfair. I worked so hard for that essay," she said. Caught off guard, Mrs. Malvar tried to explain. "Valerie, let me clarify my grading." But Valerie, already emotional, interrupted. "No, ma'am, you didn't even appreciate what I did."
And that's where the real problem began: miscommunication. Neither one was listening, both were trying to be understood first.
This is where Habit 5 should have come in. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Covey reminds us that listening is more than hearing words. It's about understanding feelings, meaning, and perspective.
Right. In that moment, Valerie wanted justice for her grade, but she didn't pause to see that Miss Malvar might have had reason for it. And Miss Malvar, feeling attacked, became defensive instead of empathetic.
If both had stopped to truly listen, things could have gone differently. Imagine this. "Ma'am," Valerie could have said, "I really want to understand why my grade was low. Can you please help me improve?"
I see how disappointed you are. Valerie, you didn't put effort into this. Let's go over your essay together. Maybe you can show you where to improve.
Simple, right? That small act of empathic listening, hearing with understanding, can completely change the outcome of a conversation.
That's the essence of Habit 5. It's about empathic communication. Not listening to reply, but listening to understand.
Now, once both sides understand each other, that's where Habit 4, Think Win-Win, comes in. Covey says that win-win is a frame of mind that constantly seeks mutual benefit in every human interaction. It's not you lose, I win. It's let's both succeed together.
Exactly. In Valerie's case, the win-win solution would be something like: Miss Malvar gives her constructive feedback and a chance to revise her essay, while Valerie accepts that feedback with an open mind and eagerness to improve.
Both benefit. Valerie learns to write better, and Mrs. Malvar feels fulfilled as a teacher who helps her student grow. That's how relationships are strengthened, through respect and cooperation.
If you notice, both habits require two essential things: courage and consideration. Courage to express your thoughts clearly, and consideration to respect others' views. Covey says real maturity is balancing both. It's the foundation of trust and understanding.
That's so true. Many conflicts, whether between teacher and student or even friends and family, happen because we prioritize defending ourselves over understanding others. But once we shift our mindset from reaction to reflection, everything changes.
Let's connect this to our learning goals. Prioritizing effectively means knowing when to speak and when to listen. Valerie's priority should be calm discussion, not reaction. Fostering mutual relationships means building respect. Miss Malvar could have recognized Valerie's effort before explaining the grade. And empathic communication allows both to express themselves with understanding, not hostility.
Yes, empathy doesn't mean agreeing with everything. It means genuinely trying to see where the other person is coming from. When we understand first, we respond wisely, not emotionally.
And here's something interesting. Practicing these habits doesn't just solve one problem. It improves all future interactions. Once Valerie learns to communicate calmly, she'll carry that skill for life in school, work, and relationships. Likewise, teachers who listen empathically earn their students' trust and respect.
That's the bigger lesson. Habits like this are not just classroom lessons, they're life habits. In the end, Valerie apologized for reacting emotionally. Mrs. Malvar also admitted she could have explained her grading more gently. Together, they agreed to work on improving Valerie's writing, and the misunderstanding became a moment of growth.
That's the power of seeking to understand first. When we take time to listen with empathy and think win-win, even the hardest conversation can lead to trust, learning, and connection.
So next time we feel misunderstood, let's pause before we react. Let's listen before we speak and try to find a solution where everyone wins.
Because success isn't about proving who's right. It's about building relationships where both sides grow.
That's how Habit 4 and Habit 5 work hand in hand. They turn conflict into cooperation and misunderstanding into mutual respect.
Thank you for joining us in today's episode. The Unfair Grade, Building Trust Through Understanding.
We hope our discussion inspires you to practice empathy, patience, and win-win thinking in school and beyond.
Until next time, keep understanding, keep learning, and keep thinking win-win.